Hi, welcome to Real Magic Review. My name's Steve Faulkner and it's just been Blackpool Magic Convention. Yay! And did you buy too much stuff? Do you feel the shame? I certainly do, and that's the way it's going to be. But hopefully most of it I can use. And that's kind of the point of this review show. This week I'm going to be reviewing Level 1 by Christian Grace. So a couple of things to say. The usual is please like and subscribe. If you want to take your card magic to the next level, go and check out cardmagiccourse.com. Someone said to me the other day, is it a beginner's course? Not at all. Most people that use Card Magic Course, it's got second deals, bottom deals, like I said before. It's got some really advanced stuff on it. But I can also help with routining and answer questions if you're struggling to practice anything. So it's definitely not a beginner's course, but it is great for beginners because it's got this foundation course, which goes from how to hold the deck straight up. So go and check it out. Any questions you've got, please comment below or send me an email, steve@stevefaulkner.com. So I saw this at Blackpool and people have said go and have a look at it, and I went to look at it, and as everybody said, I was just like, wow, that looks brilliant. And you'll see on the video how it looks. I'm not going to go into it. It's a vanishing deck thing. It's a visual vanish of a deck, and then they get handed out their chosen card. Now I saw this without any of that routining. I didn't even choose a card and saw it, and that was good enough for me. And I've actually shown this to a couple of people and just gone, what do you think of that? And they've gone, what? So it's kind of, in itself, it's a brilliant effect. But this review is about more than that. It's about how usable it is and all that. So we'll go into that in a minute. The first thing, the good points. I got this back to the room and it wasn't what I expected it to be. I was worried there was going to be refills. I thought I was going to have to do this and that. I'm not going to go into it, but it's not what you want. It wasn't what I thought it was, and that's a good thing. This method is just really elegant and really lovely. And once you see it, you just go, oh right. And it's just one of those moments where you go, oh right. And that's why we love magic in it, because it fooled me. It totally fooled me. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, a kind of obvious contraption-y thing that did what it looked like it was doing. It was that visual, and it wasn't. I don't know if it's going to make sense to a lot of people, but you know what I mean if you're a magician. So the other thing I really like about this is what I recently thought about, and Christian reminded me, well, I messaged him today and said, is there anything about the making of it that I should say? And he just said basically it took him a long time. But what he mentioned to me and what I just thought about this morning is you can do this with a borrowed deck. Now think about that. You know, you get borrowed deck, you do an ambitious card routine or something, and the end is this visual, they see that deck vanish. And then it can go into the pocket or whatever you want to do with it.
Hold your hand still, watch the pack. There are 52 cards. If I shake like this, half the cards have disappeared, but impossibly arrive in my back pocket. Now you can feel the weight of those cards. Watch the remaining 26. If I shake, they've already gone in my back pocket, the remaining cards. And actually, Tom, you were thinking of one card in a pack of 52 cards. What was the name of the card you were thinking of?
7.5.
The 7 of?
7.5.
So we've got a brilliant effect, tick. We've got a lovely method, you know, what in my opinion, tick, and we've got a borrowed deck trick. And it's new. Now I know there are versions of kind of this thing. There's a thing in the Paul Harris book which I don't think is examinable. And I love that illusion that you do, whether you puff the deck up and then it looks like it's diminishing. So there's all that stuff. But this is, for me, the first one I saw that I'm right there. It's right in front of me and it vanishes visually in my face and that last card gets handed to me. So all that is good stuff. But it's a challenge, and that's a good thing for me for a few reasons. I love learning magic tricks. I don't really like taking tricks out that are completely self-working. That's not because I don't agree with them. It's not because I don't think they're good. It's just my thing. I love sleights. I love being in control of exactly what's happening, and that's what's happening here. There's nothing left. There's no electronics left. You know, I don't like that feeling of things being out of our hands. So this is completely in your control. Now, on a negative side, for some people, that's going to be a challenge because you do have to work on this. You're not going to get this home, take it out within 3 minutes and perform it and it's going to look great. And I looked at it once I had it and thought, I'm going to do that quite quickly, and became quite frustrated. I was doing it every minute of I was doing it driving, not driving as I was driving, but if I was at a red light, I'd have it next to me and I'd pick it up. And I just couldn't get the smoothness of it. And it was a bit like, you know, I don't know if you remember learning a fan, right? Just a thumb fan, and for some reason you just can't do it, and the cards are coming up in clumps, and you're thinking I'm doing everything right, and I seem to be, and then one day it just happens, and you don't really, excuse me, you don't even really know why it worked. It just does, and that's with this. All I'll say is if you get this and you get frustrated after a couple of hours, just stick with it. Honestly, it just clicks. And on day 3, and I don't mean day 3 of practicing solidly, I mean, you know, I'm pretty busy at the moment, it's half term, so I'm not sitting there for hours, but on 3rd day of just picking it up every now and then, it just clicked for me. And like I said, I've performed it for some people. A couple of times I've done it I haven't got it that smooth, and they've still gone, whoa, like that. So don't worry about it, you will get it, but it's not a self-worker, this. And I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit more in the instructional video. Because I was having these frustrations, I like it when, you know, they say, and by the way, you know, you might find that at this bit you're getting it caught here, and don't worry about that, that gets better, just a lighter touch. And it does say at the end of the video, it says do this with a light touch. So for those of you that have got it, I'd say that's really, really important, that light touch bit, like everything, you know. Usually if things aren't working for us with cards, it's because we like clamping the thing. So a light touch there, just relax. But I would like to see, it's one of those videos, and it's beautifully shot, you know, it's got everything you want on it, but I do like a little bit of talky stuff as well, and the video is all into music, just showing you how to do it. And he used clear cards as well, and he shows you how to get the deck in and out, and the card, bring the thing into play, the gimmick into play. So you have got to bring something into play and out of play here. So it just like an Omni, if you do the Omni deck, and the Omni deck's not that hard, is it? It's that sort of thing. And remember, if you've done a card routine, they think the routine's finished. So there's no heat on bringing this gimmick into play and doing what you've got to do. So it feels kind of bold, but then once you've done it once, you're going to realise you're absolutely fine. And when I saw this demmed, it was just getting demmed again and again and again and again, and no one was clocking it. And that's magicians looking for the method as well. You know, be totally honest, I think it's a brilliant effect. It's a little bit of a challenge, you're going to have to work on it. Doesn't take up much pocket space, you can do it with a borrowed deck, you know, all that stuff. There's so many positives, and the only real challenge is the fact that it's not self-working really. And you know, so what, you know, good, because it means that, you know, my mate who doesn't do magic isn't going to be able to buy one and do it. So there you go. Please like and subscribe, like I said. And thanks Christian for making this trick, because it's great, mate. So really, really happy that this is now going to be part of my repertoire. Please also go and check out cardmagiccourse.com, cardmagiccourse.com. And if you want me to review anything, do let me know. Thank you very, very much. Cheers.